Alright guys, here's the next hired request. This is a song by Queen. It's called Love of My Life. And my chair over here will hear some of it. Alright, so Love of My Life by Queen. So that's the free part one I always put on YouTube. Hello, I'm Shawn Cheek. Welcome to my easy piano lessons. If you like this free part one, then maybe you'll like my website, webpianoteacher.com. I have the rest of the lessons for this song. We do it complete, as well as thousands of other lessons that I've done over the past 5-6 years on webpianoteacher.com. It works on the iPad, on iPhone, on Android operating systems. So if you're one of those who likes to carry around a mobile device to do your lessons, my website works on there. Best way to find out what I'm doing, Facebook. Just do a Facebook search, or Twitter as well. Do a search for webpianoteacher.com on either one of those, and you'll find me. That's also the best way, or only way, to get me to do a hired request for you once I'm finished with this list that I'm doing now. ShawnCheek.com is my other website that is different from webpianoteacher.com. ShawnCheek.com teaches you how to read music notes. Okay, so if you want to actually learn how to read music and you like classical music, that's the site for you if you want to do that. If you'd like to have DVDs instead of joining the website, if you just want DVDs you can practice on your own that you can have forever, go to ShawnCheekblog.com and click on either the Sight Reading Bootcamp DVD tab. You can buy my sight reading videos, or you can just order a custom DVD with only the videos you want. Alright, enough advertising. Let's get to this free part one. It's not very hard. In fact, none of the song is really that hard. It's really cool. A lot of neat chords in there, but kind of classical sounding. Obviously, Freddie Mercury had some classical background. Maybe he liked opera and those things, because you hear those influences in here very much. So that's kind of neat. But we start with the right hand with B flat and E. And I just play that with finger 1 and 4. And then I do C with my second finger. Gotta remember I'm doing piano, not guitar. So then it's F and A after that. Then we're going to go back to that middle C. Then we're going to go back to B flat and E with finger 1 and 4. And then to F. And then back to the F and A. So we have pretty simple, just straight eighth notes. Left hand's going to have a C in the bass here. So it's 1. Kind of would change the pedal every two eighth notes or so. Alright, then we're going to get to this measure here, which goes, again, not very difficult. B flat, up high, down to middle C, and then up to A, back down to middle C, and then G, back down to middle C, and then the last two notes are F, G. So we have this da 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 with a middle C in between. So recognize there's a melody going on up here, and the C is just kind of a placeholder. Okay, the left hand's going to be going to G below middle C, down to F, down to E, down to D. And you just line those up. 1, 2, 3. Alright, let's put measures 1 and 2 together. Ready, and go. And now this third measure is ba, 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 ba. Piano kind of disappears, so I kind of put what I think he's playing there. And that happens a lot in these things. You have other instruments come in and you can't hear the piano very well. So, based on what the style he's playing in, I kind of, put down what I think he's playing. So E, middle C, then we're going to go up to high C, back down to middle C, and then we go way up high to this C and E, right there. Now these triangles I have are for later. We're going to do some repeating in the piece, and there's a place where we need to play triangle to triangle again, and so just make a note of that. Those of you who have memberships on the website, make a note of where the triangles are on this first board, because we'll come back and use that again, okay? Right here we just have a C, which you'll play there. So 2 and 3, 4, and you hold that out a little bit. That's why I have a little dash there. And 2 and 3, 4. Now let's go from the beginning and play the whole bottom system here. Ready and go. And hold that a little bit, and then we have this second little. So we're changing, not really changing keys, but just kind of going away from the key of F a little bit. And that's why you have the E flats in there. So middle C and E flat. Now I have this all played with the right hand. But if you'd like to play, whenever there's 2 notes at once, whenever you have double stops there, if you want to play the bottom one with your left hand, that would work. You know, I don't know what he's doing, but when he's playing, it fits nicely in one hand, so I'll leave that up to you. Anyway, so C and E flat together, and then up to F, and I'll do that 2 and 1, and then 3, and then D and B flat together, and then an F, and now we have E flat and A natural. Okay, that's a tritone, or a augmented fourth, so it kind of sounds dissonant. And then go up to B flat after that, and then D and B flat together, down to F, and then up to D, and back down to F. Now when you play that D, you need to play a left hand middle B flat there. Okay, so we have 1 and 2 and okay, a little up to tempo. Let's see. Alright, so there's your free part 1. We'll finish it on the website. Hope you guys enjoy it. We'll talk to you later.